Dust, dents, and scars. That's the Ironfast way.
We stand by our castellan, down to the last pledge
That is
shield.
fierce.
Need a new weapon? That's me. Need it repaired? Blacksmith's over there.
My poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prized blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember, I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon.
We're fighters here, not toy soldiers.
Oathblade?
Greetings! What, you surely ask, is such a well-heeled Praetorian doing here among the dust and brambles? Removing the tarnish from my name and solving the Jotun problem. We'll never know if the mine collapsed because of the kobolds, or if the kobolds got in because of the collapse. Either way, it's theirs now. Grand to behold, but lousy with Jotun and spiders and gods know what else. Makes me think the Warsworn put their blasted keep here out of sheer bloody spite. Overlooked. Ignored. Once I've settled this Jotun problem, my Praetorian friends will be humming a different tune. I am, you see, ranked Decanus. That is above Auxiliary, where I serve my time, and beneath Centurion, which is where I belong. Their keep is hard to miss. It sits on Menethir like an Etin on a pile of bones. The old Ragnar has died, and his successor is stirring the embers of war. But he's too clever to openly provoke the Warsworn, so he's attacking gnomes instead. That will not stand. I have a plan to settle this, but it requires someone of both delicacy and grit. Priest, apothecary, and spiritual guide to Jotun kind. The old Ragnar ruled all the Jotun in these heights and the mountains beyond. If this upstart stirs all of them to war, things could go badly for everyone. The Warsworn have their place in my plan, but not yet. Coaxing the Ragnar to show his face requires a subtlety that our local Castellan lacks. Yes, I think you do. First, we must find some new and better enemies for the Jotun. Go into Tearscotter Mine, southeast of here, and steal the clan totem from the kobolds that dwell there. Then return to me. There's a good deal to be said about them. None of it nice. You hear tales now and then of Jotun guards and Jotun soldiers. I'll believe that when I see it. Brutes! To reclaim it, the kobolds will fight to the death, and as for the Jotun, well, one thing at a time. Tearscotter Mine is full of the little filchers. If you ask me, they're worse than the Jotun. It seems the old Ragnar had some wisdom in that slab of a skull. Kept a shrewd balance between infighting and angering his neighbors. But now he's dead, and the new Ragnar fancies the warpath. But that won't be good for anyone. Tearscotter mine cuts into the hills of southeastern Menethir. I don't know where in the mine the clan totem is kept, but it is there. There you are. Ah, you have the totem. Good. We've made some enemies, so now we must make the feeling mutual. Kill 3 Jotun chieftains known as the Ragnar's Chosen. Their deaths will enrage the Ragnar like nothing else. After killing each of the Chosen, plant one of these kobold daggers in his chest. That should do the trick. They'll be up among the Jotun on the heights, spreading their Ragnar's word. Remember, after you've killed each, plant a kobold dagger in his chest. That's essential. Look! It begins! I gave my thanks. Now leave me in peace. And here, you see, it all falls beautifully into place. The kobolds will come for their totem. And this new Ragnar will see a challenge that he cannot ignore, and a battle he'll think he can win. Of course, neither he nor any will survive it. To reclaim it, The kobolds will fight to the death. To a Jotun, it's no more than a banner. But a banner planted in their ground is a challenge, and Jotun are proud creatures. Well, there may be a victor for a moment or two, but in the end, I will be the only winner, you will see. Meet me on the height above two paths. My beautiful, beautiful plan. Tear each other apart. Beautiful plan. Tear each other apart. A sight to behold. Beautiful plan. Now, you wanted more? Well, you got it. A sight to behold. All have lost, but we have won thanks to my genius and your hard work. You have earned your reward. Have this. As for me, I have earned a trip to Odessa and, surely, Centurion rank. I've single-handedly squashed a Jotun warpath. Of course, that single hand was you, but why quibble? They'll have to grant me Centurion rank now. If you haven't already, you should visit our grand city. It's a sight to behold.
Good wishes. I am Lord Halcyr of the Summer Empire. I can honestly say that we are startled at your presence. It has been, well, generations since we saw another. We have been the crossing keepers for longer than we expected. When our replacements arrive, our lives will be our own again. The keepers will come bearing the ampulla of the High Court. It is the symbol of their office. Without it, we cannot be sure they are who they claim to be. For many years, I did not know what to make of my winter cousin. We remained on our opposite sides of this cavern. And although my allegiance is to my king, we developed a comradeship. He is me in many respects, for summer and winter fae are the same. It is not my place to comment on the Great Cycle's order, only to obey it, but the balance has been in favor of the winter fae for too long. I do not know why the new keepers have not arrived, but I feel, through my connection to the land, that there is something wrong. We must divert the flow of magic, for it is the summer fae's time to rise, and we will not be denied. It is our responsibility to protect and guide the energy's progress. We ensure no one diverts its flow, and no one ever has. Fare you well.
Greetings, wanderer. They say no one lives forever. That's doubly true in Valor Arena.
Hey there. Do you have any weapons that need maintaining? I'll get it done cheap, and I'll get it done well. Not much there for me, but I've heard the gamblers think I have a profound effect on the outcome of matches. If a gladiator has the gold to afford my repairs, I may bet his way. Now, Valor gamblers aren't known for their intelligence, but that seems pretty smart. I challenge you to find a better blacksmith in the region. The pieces Thora sells are adequate, I suppose. But if you ever buy anything from her, you best let me reinforce it before you go into battle. Magnus knew a good find when he saw one. Paid for my daughter and myself to come from Dalentarth to maintain his gladiator's equipment. It's where I make my living, so I can't help but think fondly of it. And my daughter loves it here. They gave me a job when Magnus realized having the best blacksmith in the land on hand would let him make money off of the competitors too. She sells armor on Valor grounds. It's adequate equipment, but her pieces don't compare to my handiwork.
Armor and weapons may fail you in battle, but a potion never will. Well, hello there. Are you suffering from anything, warrior? Festering wound? Magical burns? Good old-fashioned sword stabbing? I've got a poultice for that. A pleasure. Aches and pains? Ringing in the ears? Anything you can't sleep off, I've got a potion for. I don't have much use for the den. It attracts all manner of riffraff, none of whom have much need for poultices. A fate weaver named Franz Engelhardt has made the den his home. However, I hear he makes good gold off the gladiators and gamblers. It's a veritable gold mine. The fighters here are most appreciative of salves and poultices. They pay me an arm and a leg to make sure they keep their arms and legs.
Hail! There are 100 reasons why one shouldn't fight in the arena, and just as many
Fate weaving
gold
is a
coins
bunch
for why
of
one
crock.
should.
That old man in the den makes a living spinning high-priced lies. I should start doing it.
Hey there, stranger. You look like you've seen some combat. Care to take a look at the highest quality armor this side of Tyr? Unless gambling's an interest of yours, I'm afraid you won't find much there. Some brave gamblers make a living out of the den. Our resident fate weaver, Franz Engelhardt, makes his perch there. It seems like only the gamblers and gladiators have found a use for him, though. Hacken's the blacksmith here. I wouldn't recommend him for repairs when you could just buy better equipment straight from me. Look, Apulos over there would have you believe he can fix any suit of armor better than it was when you bought it. I'm telling you, unless you're wearing Tuatha Prismere you stole off the war front, you're going to want one of my pieces instead. I've not found a better place in Tyr to sell my pieces. The customers truly appreciate my work. Understandable, considering the life expectancy of a gladiator. It's like fighting a war in that arena. They say he's an excellent sagecrafter, but why would you need sagecrafting when you can buy the finest armor ever made? From me, of course.
They
Almost
say
time
no
for
one
my
lives
match.
forever. That's doubly true in Valor Arena.
Welcome. Any socketed gems I can remove for you? He goes by the name of Franz Engelhardt. I'm as distrustful of him as I am of all of those in his profession. Fate weavers do little good for society. But of course gamblers are just the type of people to throw their money at them. You'll not find me there. Its patrons are too unruly for my liking. And a fate weaver makes his living there as well. All the more reason to avoid it. There isn't a better place in all of Tyr to make a living. Can you imagine the work it must take to make a mine profitable? At Valor Arena, if you're good with a blade, can cast a little magic or have some coin to begin with, you're off to a good start. I'm the best sagecrafter you'll find in these parts. With the arena dominated by physical fighting, you'd be surprised how far a little magic will take you.
This is an ancient or main tribal dance, I think.
She's not a very good dancer, but I needed something to watch between matches.
That Edgar Bastion is so dashing, and he's downright fierce in the arena.
It's nothing better than paying to watch grown men fight for my amusement. I'll feel like a king from a far-off court.
Greetings. Why, hello. Grab a drink. If you're here to bet, you're out of luck. It's like a second home. Oh, I don't bet, but it's the only place on the grounds one can find a proper drink. Adrian gives me a free drink for every 10 that I buy. I think he likes me. Before I got my start here, I'd been studying at the Scholia Arcana. I was quite good at effecting arcane explosions, but I found myself uniquely blocked. I realised I had to be less than sober to effectively cast spells, so I drank. They kicked me out for excessive abuse of drink, called me dangerous and a degenerate. I couldn't help it if alcohol gave me a certain clarity. No one in the arena gives me guff about it, and if they do, they stop as soon as I set them on fire. This is the House of Valor. You won't find another place in Amalur quite like this. Nothing is sacred here. Your competition is out to maul you, and the management likes it that way. Especially the champion, Nasty Man. If Valor weren't the only arena on the continent, I'd have taken off a long time ago. I watched his last match the day I joined the arena. He was one of the most impressive brute force fighters I have ever seen. Until his son managed to land the killing stroke. His father tossed him about the place like a rag doll. It was odd. Sure, he was old, but in his final moments, I thought he looked ill. A fighter is forced to join the Crows if they are the last surviving member of their team after a match. It's a long-standing tradition that keeps the tournament going as gladiators inevitably fall. Why would we keep fighting then? Well, we have our pride, and I wouldn't have signed up for this if I didn't think I could win it in the end. All I know is that the Fae built this place centuries ago, and Hroth Magnus took it from them. Amalur's better for it, as far as I'm concerned. The tournament's an annual affair, and a team named the Crows always makes an appearance. A gladiator becomes a crow if she loses all of her teammates in an arena fight and manages to escape with her life. It's seen as a disgrace, you see. When 4 crows are identified, they're pulled together to form a new team. This year, a 4th crow hasn't yet appeared. Don't hesitate out there, it'll get you killed.
You new here? Haven't seen you around before. You here to watch or fight? Dreams are made in this place, Gladiator. Rarely can one be rewarded so handsomely for an educated guess. Whether it's putting your money or your life on the line, Valor Arena allows people to live on the edge. In this place, you can win or lose everything, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just a fan. A fan who makes a motherload off these guys. Valor practically pays my bills.
Franz Engelhardt, Fate Weaver extraordinaire at your service. Well, this is most unusual. I cannot glimpse your fate. I look at you and all I see is a void. I spend my days here dispensing fortunes to the gladiators and gamblers, for a hefty price, of course. Not all of them trust in my abilities, but those who do pay handsomely for my services. Whether their fate is favorable to them is beyond my concern. You'll find all manner of fans and gamblers here, all of whom I can turn into gold in my pocket on a good day. You'll be surprised how often they try to take their frustrations with destiny out on me. Over time, I've learned to defend myself. Valor Arena has been kind to this Fate Weaver, giving me a steady source of income by way of gladiators and gamblers. I've read the fates of these newest crows. They are doomed. The champion is looking for a 4th member, a new leader, so that the tournament can continue. No matter who they find, the outcome for the team remains the same. Your fate remains hidden from me still, so I would caution you not to join them if you harbor such thoughts. When next you return, I pray your destiny will reveal itself to me.
I'd pay good money for a tour of
Can
the
I help you?
gladiator pit. Why? So I can sit in it and pretend I'm some exotic fighter.
Hail, warrior. You new to these parts? I haven't seen you around before. Can I get you something to drink? We have all kinds of flammable liquids. Well, I've worked in the gambling den since its establishment. I serve the best cocktails this side of the tier, and all bets happen through me. Sorry, I'm not currently able to accept any bets. The tournament's been delayed. I'll take your wager as soon as they find some poor fool to join the crows. They fight with only 2 gladiators at a time. It's an arena tradition dating back to Hroth Magnus's time. Who knows what the twisted reasoning behind it was? But today, it sells seats. They fight with... Who knows what the twisted reasoning behind it was? Oh, I just work here. Tyr Magnus, the arena champion, funds this establishment. Business boomed the moment we opened our doors. The location is perfect, and we're patronized by the audience and the gladiators both. The fighters always need a drink before a match, and ideally afterwards, too. Of course, Helga outdrinks them all. We're not taking bets right now, but we will as soon as the tournament starts up again.
I hope I have enough money for repairs. This stunning leather is almost red.